Morning, you guys, and happy Labor Day. Out in the garden this morning, I'm doing some chores and getting ready to start some fall planting. I'm really excited to tell you guys about something that we purchased last night that is going to up my gardening game so much. But first, let's look at some of the things I brought out here. So these are seeds from my cilantro. I didn't realize that cilantro actually grows better over the fall and winter months, so we're going to start a new planting of that. And then this, if you guys remember, spring harvest. I planted maybe a couple, because I think there were 3 in each of these. Maybe I only did 1, but nothing ever came out of this. When I planted this spring, nothing ever came up. So I thought I would try planting another one, maybe 2, over the fall and see if I can get them to come up this next spring. Then I have some seeds I picked up here recently, and before the hurricane came through, I did sprinkle some of these seeds out in the garden, but I highly doubt that's an effective planting method out here. Let's see what we got that we could get in the ground today. We've got your standard radish. We got some carrots. We got some tomatoes, but I'm not sure I have enough time. I would have to double check to see if I have enough time. 75 days to harvest, I should. Last time I checked, our estimated first frost date wasn't until the end of December. A couple months before that, when I checked it, it said the second week of November, so I'm not sure if something's changed. Oh, got some lettuce here, some more peppers. This says how long? 72 days to harvest. I think that's from my start, not from seed, but I could be wrong. San Marzano tomatoes, which take 80 days to harvest. And then some sweet pea flowers. These are just flowers. These are not, these are not the kind you eat. Also today, I noticed that my rosemary is going downhill very quickly. Now, we have been under very, very dry conditions, and I wasn't able to get out here and water my garden. So I'm thinking that that may be the issue. It just got really dry. I was hoping when the hurricane came through that we would get some rain, some good rain, but we got a sprinkle. Not enough to do anything. So I'm thinking I'm going to harvest the good pieces off of this and then cut it all the way back, so hopefully it will get some new vigor in it. So this morning I came out and fertilized all my peppers and anything else that's producing fruit. I watered the garden thoroughly yesterday, so today I fed it, and I've been kind of clearing some things out. Like my tomato plants, I cut pretty much all the way back. This one's got a long shoot because it does, or it did, it did have some green still left there. But mostly what's in here is the second round of peppers that I planted a while back, and my zinnias that I did cut recently, so they're starting to form new heads and blooms all over the place. And in my pepper bed, I've got another wave of peppers coming on. I'm really excited. I've used all the peppers that I harvested previously in my sauces and things like that. So I'm excited to see some more peppers forming again. Oh, it looks like I've got a... Is it broken? No, it's fine. I did lose a few of my peppers in the hurricane. We only had a few gusts of wind. We were very fortunate. I know that the west side of Florida and other people in states above us got some pretty severe weather, but we were able to sit outside the entire time and just watch it pass over us. So I had a request. My boyfriend's dad wants a bottle of my spicy garlic honey and a bottle of my Tabasco peppers. So I've got to, I've already got the honey going, but I don't have any more Tabasco peppers that I could make that with. So I'm hoping I'll get at least one more harvest before the year's over. That way I can give some to him. I just wanted to show you guys my Ficus Audrey. This plant, when I try to care for it, dies. It hates me, absolutely hates me. This thing was ignored all summer. It was hidden behind a ladder. I had a ladder up against this right here, so it was behind that. I couldn't even get to it really to water. I just ignored it, and look at how beautiful. I mean, it's got some leaves from neighboring plants on it, but it's just gorgeous. Now watch, because I touched it, it's gonna die. I also noticed, now it looks a little rough, and it's being overtaken by weeds, but one of my, I think the silver dragon alocasia has popped back up. It took all summer, you guys, but it came back up. Goodness, it's already so hot out here. It was nice and cool when we woke up this morning. I even had a jacket on, but now I'm dying. The weeds are already starting to look wilty. Oh, I still haven't showed you what we got. I will. It's coming. I won't forget. I'm too excited. Alright, so I'll be using this video to help me keep track of what I planted. I just put my cilantro seeds in here where my Cherokee purple tomato used to be. Alright, and I've just planted one of my asparagus root crowns. Is that right? Root crowns? Yeah. Next to this little banana tree. They look really dried out. I know they always look dried out, but like dust was coming off of them when I was separating them. I guess we'll just have to wait and see if it works. I just checked the Farmer's Almanac again, and now it's saying that our first frost will be November 29th, which is 87 days, 86 or 87 days. So I have just long enough to, well, according to the seed pack, I should get a harvest of the tomatoes and peppers within 75 to 85 days. But like I said, I think Just from Roots and Refuge explained that that is date from transplant, not started seed. So if I had already started these seeds and I put them in the ground today, I would get a harvest before my first frost. But I think starting from seed, direct sowing in the ground, probably not. So I think I'm going to skip those and just stick to the radishes, carrots, the lettuce. And then in the next couple of weeks, I will go to my local nursery and get some starts for like the cabbages. Oh gosh, I can't think right now. Cabbages, cauliflower, broccoli, and things like that. All the brassica plants. And I'm hoping, I mean, if I plant those things and we don't get a normal winter, I say that because I was thinking back, and I believe it was 2017, we didn't have a winter here in Florida. There was 1 week where temperatures got cool. That was it. That was our winter for that whole calendar year. So if we happen to have another winter like that, none of the cool weather crops are going to grow. They're just going to bolt, go straight to seed. It'll be a waste of time and money. And in that case, I'm going to have to figure out what I can plant other than certain herbs over the winter here. These bags under my eyes are something crazy. We were up really late last night. Getting the thing that I haven't shown you yet, and then hanging out in excitement about the thing. So I'm a little, but anyway, I've decided to wait on the cool weather stuff. I just checked our 10-day forecast, and every day is above 90. A lot of the days are above 95, and no rain for at least a week. So it would kind of be senseless for me to try to start those right now. I'm standing out here and just watching these weeds deteriorate as the sun comes up. We need some rain pretty bad. I just paid $9 for this stupid squash for my chickens because they didn't have any pumpkins. You guys, I know it don't feel like fall, but it's fall, y'all. It's fall time. They didn't have any pumpkins. They didn't have any pumpkins, so I got a squash. And even though the sign said $1.19 a pound, I was charged $4.99 a pound. Even though I told her, sign says $1.19 a pound. So I paid $9 for a squash for my chickens. Why? Because I saw a thing on Facebook Reels, some trend on TikTok of people letting their chickens carve their pumpkins for them. So I thought, you know what? I want to do something fun for my chickens today. I'm going to go get them a pumpkin they can carve. Well, my local grocery store doesn't have any pumpkins. So I spent $9 on a squash. They better eat this thing. They better eat this thing. I wouldn't even spend that much if I was eating this. It's just a bit ridiculous, if you ask me. This thing has decided she's going to create her own nest box. She's been trying to hide eggs from me. So we are talking about possibly letting her go broody, but we've got to deal with our rat problem first. So supposedly all you have to do is start the process and they'll do the rest. I might not even have to start the process. Hi, Nessa. Y'all better eat this. I'm telling you what. It's not bright orange like a pumpkin, so I don't know what to expect, but it smells good. It smells like a cucumber, though. It smells just like a cucumber. What do y'all think? I'm gonna give him something fun to do today. Belvedere, you're so good. What the heck? Started a video about a week ago. I don't remember if I finished it, but I do know in that video I told you I was going to show you the new thing that we got that I was really excited about. Well, here it is. I don't know if you can tell exactly how big it is, but it is massive. It's a massive rear tine tiller. It's a $700 piece of equipment that we got brand new for $300. So Ricky has told me that he's going to be tilling up this big area here in the back for me to have a really big garden next year. I'm really excited about that, and that he wants to participate in next year's garden. I did a little feed on the things that are still producing or growing in my garden last weekend, and I can tell already that they really needed that. I've got so many more peppers on here after the feeding. Everybody looks a lot greener and just a lot happier. I hadn't fed in a while because I figured it was coming to the end of the season, and I didn't think anybody was going to be doing much of anything else, but I was wrong. So I fed them a little bit. Everybody's looking a lot better. It's mostly just my peppers that got fed. Check this out. I cut this tomato all the way back last weekend, and it's putting off new growth here. Wow. Guess this tomato wants to grow. I think this is cilantro, maybe. Could also be zinnia, but I think this is zinnia. And that looks a little different. I think that's cilantro. Got a couple more bell peppers coming on now that they've been fed. It's exciting. I wanted to try making cowboy candy, but I used all my jalapenos and other things and gave some away. So I was out and was considering buying some just so I could try making the cowboy candy. But I decided to wait, and now I've got more peppers coming on, so oh, bell pepper in here as well. This marigold is just insane. Pick it up to walk past it. Another pepper over here. So this is the big area we plan to till up. So my little pallet garden stops there, and this is a pretty big space. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but everything from this side of the tree over to the fence line, planning on clearing out, tilling up, and then turning into a massive to me anyway, garden. First I had to come in here and weed eat all this down, clean it up a little bit. But I am so very excited. Let's walk through here and see if these squash or pumpkins, I can't even remember what I planted out here, have survived the drought. We have been in such a drought. Finally got a nice little rainstorm yesterday morning, and more possibly to come this week. That almost looks like cucumber. Yeah, that looks more like cucumber to me than squash. So maybe my squash seedlings didn't survive. I must have thrown some cucumber in here as well. Oh well, I didn't get any cucumbers before, so if I get some now, that'd be nice. So all this area was grapevines, wisteria, pretty much everything you see right here. And this big wall of green. And we took a lot of it out. And of course, the weeds crept in as soon as they had the opportunity. So a lot of work to be done out here, but I'm excited for the possibilities. Thinking about how much food we could get out of this area. These weeds are literally taller than I am. Which, by the way, I keep calling them weeds. It's all Bidensalba. Most of it is Bidensalba. Very good medicinal plant. Do you guys ever have a day where you're emotional and you don't really understand why? And not necessarily in a bad way. Like, I've cried quite a few times this morning, and it wasn't because I was sad. More like humbled and thankful to the point of tears. I've actually been up since about 3 o'clock this morning, and I think it's around 9 now, so I've been up for quite a while. As soon as it was daylight, I went to Tractor Supply and got a huge bag of mealworms for $40 because I had been buying the small bags for $10.50 a bag, and I was going through one a week or one every 2 weeks if I could stretch it. And I realized that's not helping me. Every time I go to buy them, I'm like, oh, save a little bit of money, I'll just get these. That's not saving me any money, so I went ahead and got the big bag. That way I shouldn't have to go back for hopefully a month or more. That's what I'm hoping for. And I meant to stock up on all the feed, but I just got some layer feed. I need to check the calendar and see how old the babies actually are, because I think they're close to being able to be switched to the layer feed. Anyway, I'm not sure how I got on that topic. I was talking about being emotional for no reason. But again, not in a bad way. And I've been just really kind of, I don't know, kind of quiet, and I don't know, it's a weird feeling. just kind of on a low vibration today, I guess. I've got a lot of stuff I want to get done today. I'd like to start clearing that spot out, maybe do some weed eating, or at the very least just start chopping stuff to the ground, and then we can mow it, and then we can till it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that Ricky wants to be a part of the garden with me this year. I'm so excited. He really wants to try growing corn and potatoes. I want to do all the other things. There's a lot of videos I've been thinking about wanting to shoot, and you know, if you've been here for a while, you know that my channel has gone through changes, I guess. It started off as one thing, and it has become a totally different thing, which is great. I love it. I love sharing my dreams coming true with you guys, you know, and me learning to garden, all these different things. But there are times where there are certain types of videos that have been on my mind that I would like to shoot, and I kind of feel like my channel isn't exactly the space for that anymore. And people have come here expecting garden related videos, or chickens, or homesteading, or camper life, or anything like that, and then I'm on there talking about emotional abuse, for example. I mean, maybe some people would be okay with it, but maybe some people would have thoughts and feelings towards it. I don't know. I used to not care about these things, but maybe I do now. I guess I don't know. I was going to say I feel like I have a lot on my mind, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. I have had a lot on my mind. Today it feels more like not really so much thinking, just feeling. Maybe processing. I don't know. So if it seems like I'm jumping from one thing to the next and not making any sense, that's probably why. It feels really nice out here right now. I actually had to put a jacket on this morning, but it still gets terribly hot during the days. I'm looking forward to winter, and also not looking forward to winter. Because winter during the day, like midday, I can be out here doing all the things and I'm not dying of heat stroke. But the mornings and evenings are just too cold for me. Even right now, it's not even cold. But then during the summer, it's just hot all the time. I feel so bad. I can't be outside in the middle of the day. I get sick. I want to help my boyfriend do things, and I just can't. I think at some point growing up, I must have had a heat stroke and just maybe didn't realize that I've gotten sick in the heat before. I know that much. And so I'm extremely sensitive, which makes it hard to live in Florida and garden and do all the things. But everything's a mess right now. I've got some things I need to do inside. I need to do some dishes and some laundry, you know, normal stuff. I want to mow the grass. Oh, yeah, I've got a lot to do, but I'm just not sure that I'm really in the mood to do any of it. I kind of just want to sit and process. I don't know. It's weird. I'll turn the camera off for a bit and try to work through this a little more, and I'll come back when I'm ready to start doing things.